Hello and welcome to Playing to Your Strengths. So you've had your blueprint done. Let's just say you may not have yet because it depends on where you're hearing this video. Let's say that you have come to me, you've had your freedom blueprint done. So you know all about your personal code. We've unlocked your secrets to success. We've unlocked your secrets to freedom. We've unlocked secrets that can help you break through whatever comes your way. So how then can you use the information in your blueprint on an ongoing basis? So you can use that information to play to your strengths. So say your strengths are that you are really, really good at structures and systems, that you can look at somebody's business, somebody's life and say, look, how about we put a system in place here, and you can help them work out what system would work for them. Because a lot of people can't do that, and they end up living their whole lives and running their businesses in a muddle, and they end up overwhelmed and they end up burdened and the whole lot, right? So when you can help them do that, you're a gift to them. And by understanding that that is a gift of yours, that you aren't a freak, and that people will come to you, be naturally attracted to you to find out about that, that you can then lean into that and get really, really, really good at that. Like learn the systems that work for different kinds of people. You can learn what the tricks and tips are and how the systems can be made easier for people, because the people who will come to you won't necessarily be attracted to systems. They'll know they need them. They'll know that they need something to make their life easier, but they won't necessarily understand that it lies in systems and how those systems can work for them. So part of your strengths, part of your gifts are to help them understand that and to help them work that into their lives in a way that is sustainable for them. Say you're a natural leader, and maybe you're a little bit like me and you are a natural leader who people are going to come to and ask about those kinds of things. And yet my family of origin, let's just tell my story here, let's be really transparent about it. My family of origin put me down anytime that I tried to step up and say, hey, what about this? Because, I also, one of my other strengths and gifts is that I can see possibilities that other people can't see. So not only am I a gifted leader who people come to for advice and for that kind of thing, but also I can see possibilities that other people can't. So as a child, I would suggest things and ways of doing things and would be told, that's ridiculous and that won't work. And yet it did, because when I went and did it, it worked, right? And so having been put down for that all my life, to understand through your blueprint, and this was life-changing for me, to understand through my blueprint that that is indeed one of my gifts, and I can lean into that, and knowing, trusting that because I'm really gifted at that, that people are going to be drawn wanting that for me, right, from me. And therefore, when I'm helping them, it doesn't feel like I'm working. They're receiving huge value, and yet it's not hard work for me because it's one of my gifts that comes naturally. So that's another thing about playing to your strengths, is that when you really lean into them and use them positively in your life, it doesn't feel like work. It feels easy and effortless. And it doesn't mean you're doing nothing. It doesn't feel like you are, though. It feels to me like I'm playing. It feels like I'm just having fun creating stuff, creating magic out of thin air a lot of the time. And yet it's, what I'm doing is really doing what I'm best at, right? And so when you can learn that about yourself and really tap into that, good stuff happens, right? And it's a matter of just leaning right into that. So I'm going to stop there because I did promise that these videos were going to be short, sweet and snappy. So the moral of the story is that in your blueprint, you will discover what your strengths are, and you can then look to play into them and lean into them and make sure that you're working on the empowered side of them rather than the disempowered side. That leadership one that I talked about before, I spent a lot of my life in the disempowered side of that, not using it, denying it, because I'd been squashed in that area as a child, right? And so when we learn to play into the empowered side of it, it becomes so much more of a gift. It exponentially increases and expands its value to us and also to others. So any questions about that? you know where to find me, and I'm always happy to answer your questions and help you. And you know, the beautiful thing is too that after you've had your blueprint done, to engage in ongoing support and coaching with me means that when something comes up, you can get help with it, you can get my help with it, and you can also learn to lean into those strengths more so that they become more and more useful for you. So I will be back soon in the next video.